Well, greetings, YouTube. LMS Tactical here. Now, I am the end-all, be-all of tactical tactics when you're being tactical. I'm the Billy Badass of staying alive on the streets. And you know how you can tell? You can tell because the name Tactical is in my YouTube title. Just bullshit and hope I got your attention. All right, if you're new to the channel, this channel covers every topic on earth. I look at tactics as not only in gunfights and staying alive, but just in life in general. And today's video I want to touch on, I've been asked by a few of my subscribers to weigh in on the officers that were ambushed, that were shot out in Los Angeles. I think it was in Compton. These were Los Angeles County deputies, I believe, that were seated in a vehicle. Guy runs up. There's a video on it if you want to look it up, and fires at both of them. Miraculous cut. Luckily, they survived. All right. The female officer looked like she got hit 1 or 2 times in the jaw, and I think the male officer got hit in the forehead. Somehow they survived. Thank God. Now, I want to give a bit of a caveat and a slight intro in terms of who I am. All right. I'm just a dude with a channel and an opinion. All right. I've got over 26 years in law enforcement. Just under 13 of that was with the LAPD. Sorry about all the noise. I got a lot of stuff going on around here. That's my dog down there in the basement chewing on a stick. But what the hell was I going to say? Okay, so yeah, that's who I am. So I've worked in South Central LA for the majority of my time on the department, working South Bureau Crash. That doesn't make me an expert, and one of the warnings and caveats I give to people whenever I talk about anything, I'm also a firearms instructor, is to be wary of anybody who uses the name or classifies himself as an expert in anything, because life is dynamic. Sorry, I gotta get this stick away from the dog. Mason, stop. Life is dynamic and always changing. Tactics are changing. Techniques are changing. And so you got to just be, the minute somebody thinks they're an expert at something, they're probably dangerous. So this is all just my own opinion, and I'm not here to disparage the actions of these 2 officers. And I can't state that enough, all right? I don't know all of the details, first of all. I have an opinion based on some of the intel that I've gathered that indicates, and forgive me if I get something wrong, it indicates to me that they were, well, we know they were seated in the vehicle because I saw the video. I don't know why they were seated in the vehicle. Had they just pulled up? Were they responding to a call? Were they, more importantly, and for the purposes of the video, were they doing paperwork? Do they even still do paperwork these days? I don't know, but it's, in my day, guys would sit around and sometimes finish up a report or do their log or whatever the case may be. Finish their lunch, whatever. And I've made multiple videos on this channel way back before I got into the whole South African white genocide issue that covered this, long before we had this full-blown war on police, this national disgrace that's taking place. And I should pull them up and link them, but I probably won't because I'm too lazy. But you can search it, just search police under my channel name or LAPD or whatever. And I constantly, because I also was a training officer, and I'm constantly, one of my biggest pet peeves back then when I was on the job, and now that I'm fully retired, is officers that stay in their vehicles. I mean, I cannot stress it enough, and this is not as a result of this incident. This is something that I've been pushing my whole adult life. It chills my blood when I see cops sitting around in their police cars. But now the game has changed. Now you have, in many cases, government-sanctioned war against the police. And when I say government, I'm talking about, local governments, state governments, city governments. I mean, it's being pushed by the Hollywood elitist scumbag liberal commie fucks. It's everywhere, okay? So we always knew that the police car was a target, and we always knew that the badge was a target. That's been going on since the first dude pinned on the first badge in the history of law enforcement. But now, you got these little punks out there that want to make a name for themselves, and I don't need to tell you this bullshit. Look, you're in the crosshairs. The point of the video here is a reminder to not make it easy for these cockbiters, all right? You have got to think tactically. Now, a lot of you young people, I gotta believe, with this war that has been going on for the last 500 years in the desert, I gotta believe a lot of you have military experience. Now, when political correctness came around, the liberal powers to be started wanting to move away from the whole concept of police work being quasi-military. Hey, fuck them. It is quasi-military. What is the difference between going out on a mounted patrol in fucking Sadr City or fucking Baghdad, or rolling through the fucking housing projects in Watts or even Mayberry RFD, when you're out there looking for trouble, all right? And before the society turned against the cops and shut off their proactiveness, that's what we were doing. We were out there hunting evil, all right? Now, quite frankly, any cop that's being proactive is an idiot, in my opinion, because you got a public that doesn't really fucking appreciate you. If they did, they would drive these cockbiters out of office today, all right? There's no excuse for a society that turns against its protectors. And when it does turn against its protectors, it deserves what the fuck it gets. That's just me. I'm going off. The Irish blood's boiling. I'm starting to fucking go off on tangent. Sorry about that. Sorry about my language that have offended you. You're on the wrong channel. But, yeah, you have got to do this. You should have been doing this before this whole thing on police. Knock it off, my dog. But you get out of the car as soon as possible. If you're rolling to 1313 Mockingbird Lane on a domestic violence call, you don't pull up to 1313 Mockingbird Lane. You stop a half a block away. You come in, lights out, blacked out, your head's on a swivel, you're looking for the ambush. Unfortunately, that's the world you're living in. All right? And if this bothers you, go join the fucking fire department. Your head's on the swivel, you're covering each other, you approach every fucking incident and call as if it's a goddamn setup. If you want to do what you owe to your family, your loved ones, your significant others, and yourself, and that's to get home alive, all right? Hug the buildings. Don't be walking up the street like you're fucking heading up the sidewalk, going up there to knock on a door because the radio said you're going to domestic violence. How many times have you got a call about a fucking neighbor dispute, and by the time you get there, it's a fucking, multi-fucking bodies, murder laying all over the place. There's robberies, fucking prostitution, and it turns into other shit. So don't go by what the comments on the call are. Approach it tactically. And if you got officers that are making an arrest or fucking dealing with a situation, and they've got enough of them there to deal with it, stop it, Mason. The officers in the rear of the action have no business with their eyes on the action. There's enough people looking at it. That's why they're fucking over there getting cussed at and yelled at. Your back should be to the action, and you should be looking outbound, man. Looking out for the fucking unseen danger. Look out for the fucking sniper. Look out for the fucking Molotov cocktail attack. Look out for the psycho running up at you with a fucking wiffle ball bat. Whatever the fuck. You've got to pay attention. You've got to think tactically. And when you do it enough, it's not a big burden. It becomes who you are. I've been out of a fucking uniform for so goddamn long, I can't remember. But I'm still that way. I see shit, man. Any retired cop will tell you that. You know, I can't go to the fucking store without fucking catching a drug deal here, a fucking dude there. Oh, he's on parole. Oh, this guy. You know, you got to keep your fucking wits, man. That doesn't mean you walk around fucking all jittery, but you've got to be in condition red the minute you put that fucking uniform on, or you're a liability to your partner. You're a liability to yourself, to your family, to the fucking citizens you're out there trying to protect, though most of them, it seems, don't fucking deserve it. Look, my heart fucking breaks for you people out there wearing that badge, all right? My only hope is, and I got to believe it, that Trump's going to win. I'm sure he will, in spite of the cheating. And once he doesn't have to be politically correct, I think we're going to turn up the heat. And I think Mr. and Mrs. Quiet Citizen have had enough of this lawless bullshit, to be honest with you. I think there's more fucking people that understand the value of cops that are fucking out there doing. Look, we just had a fucking dude shot, I guess, yesterday. I can't even watch the news, but I saw they called the police on some fucking dude. And so the sister calls the police. Her brother runs out. There's video of the brother running out with a fucking knife as long as a goddamn Civil War sword. The cops shoot and kill the fucker, and they rioted over that. That's how fucking mentally ill people are today. That there is no scenario, according to these fucking troglodytes, there's no scenario on earth wherein a law enforcement officer can take the life of some fucking guy unless the guy happens to be pink like me. Fuck you psycho bastards. Not you officers, the ones that are fucking trolling along here to fucking hit the thumbs down. That's bullshit, man. Hey, newsflash, cockbiters. People need to be killed sometimes. That's why God invented bullets. God didn't invent bullets. Fuck off. Get the message, not the goddamn details. Jesus Christ, I hate people. No wonder I love my dog. Be with you in a second. And my dog happens to be black. Bing! Black dogs matter. So back to serious world. Watch your ass. Watch each other's ass. Don't get fucking tunnel visioned onto, oh, look, their cops are making an arrest. You're a cop. It's easy to fucking see cops getting into some shit over there, and the rest of the fucking responding units stand there and go, oh, look at Jim, man, he's fucking beating the crap out of that guy. Right on, Jim. No, that's how you get fucking hit from behind. Watch the areas behind yourself. Don't roll up to I don't give a fuck if it's a goddamn class 5 hurricane blowing. Get your ass out of the fucking car as soon as it stops rolling and fucking move toward the objective tactically. And stay alert, stay alive. You understand what I'm saying? And anybody in the comments, add on some other shit. I'm not the guy with all the answers. All right? I just know that if I hadn't been fucking minding my P's and Q's, I wouldn't be standing here making this goddamn video. And I'm sure there's a billion other cops that could tell you the same thing. And some of it is just fucking you happen to fucking get in the wrong place, wrong time. There's nothing you can do about it. All right? But in the meantime, don't make it easy on these pricks. If you're sitting in that fucking car for longer than fucking a half a second after you turn that goddamn, or after you stop and you're out of location, you're making a mistake and you're in jeopardy. You see how easy it was for this little fucking troll to come running up? The guy looked like a fucking dude right out of Oompa Loompa, like he popped up out of a fucking manhole cover with a weapon and just started shooting. Should never have been that fucking easy, man. Should never have been that easy. I'm not bashing these officers. They did a great job. Look, they were injured and they still came out fucking, helping each other, looking for targets. They have a lot to be commended for. But we're doing ourselves a disservice if we don't fucking look at the hard shit and try to learn lessons, all right? And find mistakes in the things that others do so that we don't make those same mistakes. I'm going to leave you with that. You guys stay safe, stay alert, stay alive. LMS Tactical, I'm out.